Doug. Or should I say Jackie 0.5? Because honestly, Doug is that bad. He does not have any way of approaching people, and his healing is mediocre, and his revive is very annoying from time to time. So today, I'm gonna tell you how in my vision, Doug should be reworked. Hope you enjoy, and let's start with the most important of them all. He needs that berry trait, because when I first saw that Barry would get that trait, I was like, oh, Doug is for sure gonna receive this, and he did not. Like, how? It's honestly very surprising. So now he would have this trait, but at the same time I would nerf the trait so that this trait no longer recharges your super by healing yourself, just to make sure that you cannot get your super thanks to your second star power, because that star power is already strong enough. That star power clearly does not need any buff. Now, let's go to the second problem. His range, or should I say more, his approachability to enemies, because it is pretty bad. His range would be increased from 3.33 tiles to 4 tiles. I know that it does not sound a lot, but I know that it would change everything, because you can pretty much attack someone within more than 2 walls of distance. It would actually be pretty darn crazy. So I am mainly doing this because, again, Doug cannot reach anyone, and I will not make Doug solely rely on his capability to heal teammates to get the super. So he will have this range increase, but to compensate it, his damage decay will be brought back, but it will not be as devastating. It will be from 100% to 75%. Just to make it clear, when it originally came out, it was from 100% to 50%, so this is still better than the original. You will deal 2400 at minimum range and 1800 at maximum range, and 1200 heal at minimum range and 900 heal at maximum range. Now that we already talked about his basic attack, let's talk about his super, which is problematic, let's just call it that. Because your super can have tons of value if you revive the right teammate, but at the same time your super can be very easily countered, if you can even have a super in the first place, but we already fixed that part. So let's make so that the revive HP will be reduced from 100% to 66%. So this is to just not make his super as broken as it is, because I mean, you are literally reviving someone to full HP and with the ammo that they had left. It is absolutely crazy. So this tiny reduction should kinda prevent that brokenness from being as annoying. At the same time, you will now have, when you revive, a 1-second shield immunity. This is trying to fix that very easy counterability, because most people that, I don't know, even know who Doug is, they know very well where you're going to revive. The hot dog is very specific, so most of the times they'll be already expecting you, and sometimes you don't even have time to unload one ammo, which is absolutely crazy. So you will now have 1 second of immunity, which should help you to stay alive just a tiny bit, so that you can at least or deal some damage or run away to recover the rest of the HP. The second thing, and I feel like this is also very important, now no matter how many ammo you had, you will always revive with 1 ammo. This is also to prevent very aggressive plays with his super, because let's be realistic, if you just send someone, he dies, he has a 1 second immunity and 3 ammo, nah, that's a bit too strong. So he would always revive with 1 ammo. Very important, this detail. Gadgets. Honestly, I like both of them. I feel like they really show Doug's mechanic. Or you get damage and attack, or you get double the healing with one of the gadgets, or you get double the damage with the other one. Obviously, double the damage it's a lot more powerful, because I mean you just need to approach the enemy, if you obviously approach the enemy, but yeah, and you get tons and tons of damage. Not to mention that you also get double the charge rate, which is very helpful. The healing one, not really. You don't get anything from healing teammates until now, and at the same time, because of the damage decay on the range, it will be very hard to get a lot of value from the healing. So, with all of this being said, The first gadget, if I'm correct, I think that's the first gadget, but yeah, the one that heals you, it will get its healing increased from doubled to triple the amount. So yes, you technically could heal 7200 HP, yeah, but that is very unrealistic to happen because of the decay. The most probable thing to happen is that you would heal like, I don't know, 6000 or something like that. It would probably be something close to that. I know it's very strong and I know it would be very devastating, but unfortunately the gadget choice, it's just not complicated. And I don't think that the second gadget, the one that doubles the damage, is even really that strong. So I only see the solution of buffing the healing. For me it makes perfect sense. Next we have star powers. Honestly, the second star power is pretty good, I really like it. The first one, absolutely different story. It is absolute trash, that star power. Whoever uses that star power by choice, it's stupid. There is no other way to explain it to you. So let's rework it a little bit. So to start off, the new first star power will be called More Eyes Than Belly. So while you have the hot dog on top of you, instead of being after reviving, it's while you have the hot dog on top of you. So you would get a 25% damage, reload, and most importantly, speed buff. So while you have the hot dog, even if you don't revive, you would have for 5 seconds a 25% speed increase, damage increase, and reload speed. Geez, it's almost like if you're getting a hypercharge in a certain way. Obviously, this would be very good for Doug himself, because I mean, you would just get the speed boost, and obviously with the massive range increase, it would be very strong. So I'm gonna use this opportunity to make it clear. When you use the super on yourself, you do not get the revive. I feel like a lot of people tend to use Doug as an aggressive brawler, which is not at all what he is supposed to be. So these will also make that a lot more clear. This is very important to make sure that with the first star power you cannot absolutely destroy people. So yeah, I feel like this star power would be very helpful, because it would allow you to just get always value from the super, which is really good. And finally we would have for him a new mythic gear, which would be called Fresh Hot Dog. The hot dog now lasts for an additional 2 seconds. Very simple, and at the same time I think it is pretty powerful. I mean, you could just pro players usually tend to not kill you while you have the hot dog. With this, I mean, they would have to think twice if they really should just immediately kill you, or if they should wait 7 seconds to kill you. That is a lot, and it would definitely re-enhance his mechanic of the revive and probably make it a bit more annoying, but I feel like it's a pretty good mythic gear and a pretty good idea overall. And this would be especially good with the first star power that gives you all of those nice buffs while you have the hot dog on top of it. And there you go. What are your thoughts on the Doug rework? Write in the comments down below, trust me, I will read them, and I would also appreciate you to click on the subscribe button. It was kinda hard to make this idea, and I tried really hard to make Doug as balanced as possible. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see ya on the next video.